It was a huge, huge, huge win. I don't know about you guys. I haven't been able to hear a little bit of your guys' spin on the Tom Wilson hit. My fear is that he's going to be suspended, and that is a enormous, enormous loss for the Washington Capitals if that is indeed the case.
If they lose him on that first line, how do you see it shaping up? What do you think they do?
I was just thinking that and rolling through my head. So what I would do and what I think they might do is move Devontae Smith-Pelly up from the third line right wing and put him on the top line to replace Wilson on that top line right wing. Instead of, I mean, you could move Oshie because they broke up the second line last night by promoting Verona up to the second line, who replaced Chandler Stevenson, who moved him to the third line, even though he scored last night. I mean, Barry Trotz did all sorts of things in the third period last night. So you could easily move Oshie up. I would move Devontae Smith-Pelly up. He's been awesome in this series. Move Pelly up. Put him with Ovechkin and Kuznetsov. Keep Oshie with Backstrom because they've been a really good pair, whether it's with Verona or Stevenson. And then I would put Shane Gersich in the lineup and get you a little more speed and really double down on the speed, because I think that's been a factor in this series as the Penguins' tired legs guys. I think I mentioned last week they played 5 games over the last 3 years, including all their playoff games. I think it's affected them a little bit. The Caps definitely look faster, quicker. They had 3 2-on-1s in the last 5 minutes of that game. I mean, how often do you see that in a playoff game?
Chris, one of the quicker, faster guys that you just touched on is Jacob Verona. His ice time is inched up in each of the 3 games so far against for a little bit over 10 minutes last night, and the bulk of that was in the third period. Do we see more of Verona going forward in this season?
I mean, and that's the thing, Case. I mean, they broke up what to me has been quietly. I don't know if I can even call it their best line, but gosh, I mean, Backstrom and Chandler Stevenson and Oshie has been certainly, 1A. I don't know. All their lines have been pretty effective. I mean, they were good all series. They were great in the Columbus series once they got together. And Stevenson is really kind of replacing Burakovsky, who's nowhere close to returning. So Verona, and this was after a goal that trio, the second line, scored last night. Verona was playing so good that Barry put them together, meaning Oshie, Backstrom, and Verona, and moving Stevenson down. So, yeah, Verona is just pushing the envelope. We saw the power play goal the other day on Crosby's penalty where he drove to the net on the pretty give and go with, ironically, Lars Eller, who would no longer be his line mate if the line pairings of the third period hold up. So, hey, listen, whatever Barry thinks, he knows more than I do, we do. I'm all for, again, speed. And as long as Verona is defensively responsible and he seems to be playing with more confidence and not as tight as he did in Game 1 of the Columbus series, I'm good. Again, more speed and, to me, more skill is making the difference for this Capitals team, along with more resilience.
Yeah, Verona looks comfortable out there. Did you get a chance to hear any of the Pens players post game on the Wilson hit? We played Mike Sullivan's clips, but I didn't get happy. Jason. He was not happy. I didn't get to hear any of the players' reactions though.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember which players. I heard Murray, Crosby.
Are they all kind of saying the same thing?
Yeah, first of all, their teammate, right?
Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody that outspoken by memory. I could be losing something in translation here. Here's the thing. And I don't know, again, maybe I'm seeing the wrong thing. Guys, I've looked at this 40,000 different times. From one angle, it certainly looks like Tom hits him shoulder to shoulder. From the back, I've seen video and slowed down, freeze frame, whatever, it looks like Tom hits him shoulder to face, shoulder to head, with his skate simultaneously upon contact leaving the ice. And I think when you factor in that angle, along with the past history, both before this series and then what happened or didn't happen in Game 2, along with Zach Aston Reese now having a fractured jaw and a concussion. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I love Tom Wilson. I mean, he's a great player, and the Caps are going to sorely miss him if he's suspended. I mean, he caused the turnover on the game-winning goal that nobody's going to give him credit for. I just don't know how he doesn't get suspended. I'm trying to be fair here. I don't want him to get suspended. I just don't know how he's not going to get suspended.
Yeah.